scenario before. Now he done came up. They say on pro cap. Now he showed them a different element.
Yeah, 6'4".
That's what I'm saying.
What a 4?
So he's gonna change the whole disposition of the quarterback draft.
Music.
Oh, we live?
Yeah. On both ends.
Oh shit!
We don't own the rights to this music.
That's a local artist.
Yeah, man. Father Focus, local seduction.
Yeah, featuring Fresh Love.
That was
Featuring Red the Third, man.
That was a single, A Breath of Fresh.
All right, yes sir. Off to a good start. All right. Yeah, buddy. Old Heads, episode 46, man. How y'all doing out there? We got another great episode for y'all. We got our first ever NFL mock draft today, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. But if you don't know, I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. And, man, we're going to go ahead and let these brothers introduce themselves. And, man, go ahead and get into the show.
The boy Bills, man. Oh, yeah, holla at us.
Yes, sir.
Award-winning Henny, a.k.a. French Loaf out east.
Yes, sir. We got a special guest today. You want to, French Loaf, you want to introduce him?
Papa Loaf, man. The biggest loaf. That's my pops, man. That's me.
By the end of the show, we gonna have
I don't think that's gonna be
Freshman Bakery.
You said no.
But you know one thing? He right about one thing. I'm a loaf, not a fucking crumb. Correct on that.
That's gonna be our next T-shirt. I'm a loaf, not a crumb, mother bitch. Man, we gonna go and kick it off, man. Off to a good start. Right into sports news. Ja Morant, if he doesn't make an All-NBA team this year, he will lose out on $30 million. Do you think he should make an All-NBA team this year? How do you feel about that?
Man, I always root for people to get their money. So I gotta start off the conversation with that. You know what I'm saying? But then you gotta think who else got incentives in their contract and whose money you taking, you know what I'm saying, out of their mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I look at stuff. I mean, how many teams you get? 3? And they point guards?
You get, well, technically it'd be 6 positions.
That's true, but is he a 2 guard?
But that's, if you could possibly put him at the 2, possibly.
Okay.
I mean, because they've done that before, where they put Wade, you know what I'm saying, at one of the positions, then have another, you know, 2 guard point somewhere, you know.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I was just thinking there's way more 2 guards than actually point guards. That's probably messing it up for him, to be honest. If you can go, you know, because I was just thinking maybe this toss up between like Steph, Dame, and maybe like a Shea and OKC. But he'll probably get the nod over Shea. And I don't know how many games Dame played this year. So I was thinking that he was probably gonna like still sneak in there. But if you're talking about you can throw 2 guards in there too, then
I think Dame's played one or 2 less games than Ja.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Ja's played 58 when I was looking at it earlier.
Yeah, he just had that extended vacation.
Yeah. Hey, you go ahead, sir. I raise your hand.
Well, I'm gonna like, you know,
the OG.
No, I'm just gonna jump in there.
Yeah.
I think what's gonna hurt Ja's chances of a situation of getting, you know, becoming the NBA on the team, the situation of him and the gun charge. And then people, even though we look at it like people make mistakes, I think it's gonna hurt his chances. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking about, especially you got a lot of people voting for your shit, and mostly white people, and so I think that might, you know,
politics
knock him down.
Yeah, a lot of
A
people
few
don't look at
pegs.
that. Yeah,
They're
a lot
gonna
of
look at
people
the
don't
situation
at
of knocking down a few pegs.
That's a great
my
point.
take on it.
That's a great point. How you feel, Lo?
I think we got to look at, you know, the record. You know, only the best players get into this, you know, into this elite program for this situation. You know, and the 2 best right now is either Steph with the Warriors, because look at their record. And then we look down, it has to be Ja Morant and the Grizzlies, because look at their record. I would normally put Dame in there, but Dame, look at their record. That's it. Just look at their record. Go down the board. He can do whatever they want for that team, but it's not enough to help that program. And the people who usually get voted him have a program that's winning and doing well. In regards to the fact he's the second best, if not the first, best point guard in the league, because that's really his true position is the point guard. I can see him making it, but I can see on his behalf of him getting shy because of that, because they will frown on that. I mean, there's times where I've seen Allen Iverson should have made certain Olympic teams and things, and he got counted out just because he had tattoos and he was trending. Isaiah Thomas, I've seen people who should have made the list not make the list because of other external factors, I should say, because people didn't want him there, or it wasn't a good look for the NBA at the time. And
that's what I'm thinking about too. A good look.
It could easily look like that. I think he deserved that money. I think he should be in there. Whether you get there, it's still going to be kind of a gray area right now because of this situation. And it kind of depends, to me personally, on how well they do in the playoffs as well. If they're a one and done, that's going to look kind of, because now you're going to be looking at point guards out here doing what they doing at an elite level in the best prime time to do it. When everybody's watching 7-game series type stuff.
Yeah, that's a very good
Like a
point.
James Harden can mess around and sneak in that conversation.
Right, exactly.
Have a great playoff.
Let him come in here and drop 30 every game of these, and them motherfuckers look like a powerhouse. Motherfuckers gonna be grabbing their chin like, shit, hold on now. I'm just saying.
Only thing I would say to that is, I don't know. All NBA teams might come out before the playoffs.
Okay.
They could.
I'm pretty sure they do. I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure. I think they come out before the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So not me, but y'all cooking. But I'm just saying, I think that might come out. It might just be strictly a season award.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the case then. Yeah, that changed a lot, man. Because that definitely put Ja back in there, unless they go, shun upon, having a pistol in the strip club with the hoes. I'm just saying, like, I don't know why you videotape this shit. You think you the first motherfucker? We seen Patrick Ewing in the Gold Coast in Atlanta.
Gilbert.
But this is before Magic City.
Gilbert.
Yeah. I'm saying, motherfucking. No, you ain't the first motherfucker, but you in here taping shit.
Mello with KG, when he said La La smell like Coke, or Honey Nut Cheerios, he ran up on the bus. Gilbert Arenas, wherever that money, ran up in there. Scottie Pippen in the club, at his restaurant, had his shit on him. It's not unfamiliar for these people, these high name athletes have it. It's just how you're going about doing it.
Yeah.
For instance, these motherfuckers could have guns. But the fact that you flashing guns like this on Instagram and you have 100 million followers, and I guarantee half of them are younger than you, it's not going to look good when you're going up here against a committee and they're like, well, you think you should be there? I don't know. He flashing pistols. All right, cross him off the list. Who's up here good? Oh, throw Dame up there. I've seen people get put in this situation before because of Kobe got treated like that with that Denver situation. There was times Kobe should have got MVP and All-Star.
Yeah.
But it was like, you know what? Kobe fighting that case. We don't know if he did it yet. He could have took the draws.
No.
Stretch him off the list. Put Bruce Bowen in there.
Right.
Bruce, come on.
And see, that's the most important thing about black athletes. When they, they achieve so high, but when they do something wrong, it's like they're always trying to knock him off the peg. Like, you know what? I knew he was like that. He's a great athlete, but as an individual, no.
Yeah.
He's not a good person. He can play ball, but he's not a good person. And how many times we've seen that happen to athletes? Man,
Ali.
we had, at one time, the highest paid quarterback in the league, Michael Vick. And what did he do to get rid of himself out? I mean, brother,
Choke the shit out them dogs, though.
in your own backyard, you the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. And you mean to tell me that you couldn't do a better job of disposing of that situation in your own backyard? And then how you let somebody tell on you like that and bring your name up? Listen, dude, the dog situation's all right. You the highest paid quarterback. How many times we gonna have a black quarterback who is the highest paid quarterback in the NFL? Talk to me.
Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson. It's soon to be Lamar Jackson if he figure this shit out. It's a time where it's coming.
That's a good point.
It's a good point.
In between, though.
Right.
As far as
It was far.
Yes,
I'm
that's
talking about
great.
05,
Yeah.
04 maybe.
Yeah.
Don't
Man, the point is noted, because meanwhile, Marv Albert is somewhere biting the bitch in the back 16 times right
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yeah.
And this nigga still got a job.
Yeah.
This nigga still got a job.
Mhm.
Hey, Mark, we still fuck with you though, man. You all right, man? Everybody get a little freaky now.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
But point taken, though. Point taken,
No,
man.
that's a great point.
It's always been like that, especially with I feel like a lot of black athletes, because I feel like they try to pull the wool on Mike over the gambling situation. Like motherfuckers don't gamble.
Right.
That was killing me. Oh, he gambles. Motherfucker, y'all gamble. What you think the gambling ring
But
for? I
see-
guarantee a black man don't run it. It's a white dude or an Armenian dude. It's somebody getting money.
It's not the situation about the athlete. It's that they're always finding some way to find out that, we do the same thing you do. But when we do it and get caught, all of a sudden they try to diminish us.
Yep.
You do the same thing. Where we think we learn it from?
Yep. Facts.
But the whole idea, when black people do it, they get caught up on some situation, all of a sudden, it's almost like he cursed, he's the devil. Because, we make mistakes just like you make mistakes. The only thing different is white crime is a hell of a lot different than black crime.
Mm-hmm.
And seems like when a black athlete get caught up in something, man, they never forget about it.
They don't.
They still remember the slap with Will and Chris Rock. Look how long that's been ago. Oh, the slap you. No, you can't come back in. Can't come back here again. And this is how they never forget. And somewhere down the line, we have to learn, like, we all human. We make mistakes. Let's move on. We don't make mistakes, but don't ban it, brother. Man is an excellent actor,
Exactly.
producer. Let's move on. And the same thing about our black athletes. They make mistakes, but let's not nail them to the cross.
Man, we ain't got to crucify him over it.
Don't crucify what I'm saying. He's still young. He still got to learn.
So that's what we live and learn, man. Yeah.
Right, because some of them people like Pete Rose
Mhm.
can never go to the
They lifted that.
they should have lifted it, man.
They lifted it,
He
a
made a
couple years
mistake,
ago.
but like I said,
Yeah, they did.
he was a great player. I mean, it's like condemning the man. You know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
condemned forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We make mistakes at the period of time. We should be able to move on from that
Agreed.
and look at the person as an athlete. Because we all human, we make mistakes, and sometimes people fail to realize that.
I agree. That's a great point. I think I would have to say no, Ja wouldn't make it, but not for the reasons y'all said. I was just looking strictly just basketball. For one, he's only played 58 games, and Memphis is still 7-7 without him. So they're still technically a playoff team. The Lakers are 500, and they're I think a 6 or 7 seed right now. Or 7 seed.
They
right now.
hired.
They
They was
just
at one
went in.
time, yeah, because at one time it was about 10.
Yeah, but it was a 1 game swing.
It was like a
between
1
that.
game swing.
Yeah,
Right.
all they had to do was win 10 games. They could have went up 4 spots.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, so Memphis they're 7-7, so technically they're still a 500 team without Ja. So they're still a playoff team without him. The players I would probably say that could make it over him, or probably will be Fox with Sacramento. He'll probably win the Clutch Award. He's been great in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Dame, he's played less games than Ja, but the games he had played, Dame has been phenomenal. Shea is averaging 31.4 points per game, and OKC is in playoff contention. No one saw that coming.
No.
So, I mean, so you almost have to put Shea in there. Steph is Steph. Luka is Luka. And then Donovan Mitchell's having a phenomenal year. He put up 71 on the Bulls.
Right.
I mean, on top of everything that Jaws has going on outside of, off the court,
Right.
I don't think he makes it. That's just my opinion.
I know that you mentioned quite a few good players, but at no time did I hear you mention Joe and B, because
Oh, no, just for guards.
Oh, okay,
It
so
was
the guard.
just
I was
because
gonna say
guards.
because Joker, he's a guard.
No, he's a forward.
That's what
No,
I'm
he's a
saying.
center. He's a center.
Center. He's a center. Because I remember when they went up against each other, Joe and B pinned my man
Oh, yeah.
on the board.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like,
he's
bro,
a-
don't bring this to my house.
Oh, yeah.
And because they're talking about neck and neck, which one would be the better player.
Yeah.
I think Joel is getting all over the Joker.
They have Embiid right now winning the MVP. It's a slight margin, but right now the odds have him being.
And I think he should win it because
I
that
think
brother
he should
been
win it.
playing, like I said, he been bringing a whole new dimension to the game. And when I seen him block old boy stuff, like
It's Howie Block.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no. Did you feel this is Joe's house? Do not bring this to me. This is Joe's house. That's what it looked like when he blocked him.
Oh shit! Oh man. Pivoted a little bit to NFL. We actually had a good conversation off camera probably a few weeks ago, and Jim Irsay, strangely enough, brought it up again, and he said he would absolutely never give out guaranteed contracts. How do you guys feel about that? Should the NFL give out guaranteed contracts? Who wants to start with that?
I'll start off. I'll say yes because if it was left up to Jim Irsay, we'll still be picking cotton. Somewhere down the line, this is a whole new different day and age. You'll pay a Brady, but you don't want to pay a Lamar. Come on, talk to me.
How do you feel about that, B.I.?
Hey man, I ain't gonna say nothing about Jim Irsay. I was brought up that you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. Yeah man, same point in time. Like I think that's a real tough conversation, man, because then I think that starts lowering the initial value of players up front, because if you start guaranteeing a lot of money, you're gonna need one or two things to happen. Either lower paychecks right up front, or you gotta have some type of clause where if somebody get hurt, man, like if you're the owner, man, you get some of that money back for the team, just for the GM purposes, as far as moving money around, not for the owner's pocket, but for the GM to make moves for this team in some way, shape, or form. Because like you can't have a star running back and you pay Ezekiel Elliott, he get hurt, and then what? You just paid him all this fucking money. I mean,
how about this? How about they have a clause as to where you still pay the player, but that doesn't go against your cap?
Man, this is football. Everybody get hurt. The owner's gonna run out of money if you just paying everybody that's gonna get hurt. You know how many people gonna say, shit, don't let me make the practice team. I got hurt too, motherfucker. I got hurt out here. I'm just saying, like, people might just, at a certain point in time, like, I'm hurt, and they will legit be hurt. Like, but
but we still. Go ahead. No, I'm gonna let you finish.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out a way around, you know what I'm saying, how does the owner at some point in time paying out all of these contracts of hurt players, how that's not going to hinder the money you got to spend on your current players that's actually playing?
Okay.
You have a question on that? Go ahead. I thought that when you had a guaranteed contract, that only guaranteed your money if you were to actually finish the season. It doesn't necessarily. I don't think if you get hurt or something.
Guaranteed as it is, you get guaranteed as guaranteed.
I thought it gets diminished if you get hurt or something like that.
They'll work out a little payment plan with you, but you gonna get your money.
Like
they'll work out a payment, but you get your money.
That's why in the NBA they'll do like a buyout. So like with Chris Paul, say if somebody like Luka is like, man, I want to leave Dallas and I want to go to Phoenix, and they like, cool, but we can't have you here because Chris Paul is here. Phoenix to say, hey, Chris Paul, we love you. We still owe you. You're on our contract for 2 more years, $60 million. We'll give you $40 million right now, just to get away from our fucking team.
Right.
But but you have to buy a player out. You might give them a little less, but you know what I'm saying. That it is what it is. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So that does change the whole dimension of what you're talking about, because no one wants to put a lot of money up front, not guarantee that somewhere down the line, if you do get hurt, I'm still paying you while you in the hospital. So I'm not really getting my dividends.
Millions of dollars.
Right. Okay. That to me that is a little crazy.
Yeah,
so
that's
that,
a lot of money.
I can see no.
That's a lot of money.
Right.
No.
That's
No.
I would say no, because like I said, you like in Vegas, you're taking a chance, and if you lose, you losing big.
Yeah.
So no.
Okay. How you feel? Loaf.
It's foolish.
I already know.
It's foolish.
Right, I heard you.
It's foolish. There is no way you can give a player a max contract and then fully guarantee it and expect this man to pan out every year this thing. Let's be the real of it. These guys work, they understand their contracts first and foremost. Second of all, a lot of these players have incentive-based contracts. Just kind of like with Ja Morant with the, if you make this, you get an extra 30 million.
Yeah.
There's extra to it. Like if you also score over these many points, you get so many assists. We get up here, we make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
There's extra bonuses and incentives in every aspect of whatever sport. Same thing with home runs. Same thing with touchdowns, receptions. I think the one time they dried out the one man on a reception. He did one more reception. I can't remember. He needed one more reception. He would have got $5 million, and they dried him out.
Yeah.
Cost him the $5 million off the team.
Happens all the time.
You know what?
But that being said, though,
Happened with Antonio Brown.
the best thing a player can get is half fully. That's the only thing. A half of a max. Or a half guaranteed, more or less. A half guaranteed. That is the best possible option. Even then, that's pushing it. Because I'm expecting you to get, I'm putting $50 million into you the first day I meet you and expecting you to make my team, not get hurt. That's asking a lot.
That's asking
And I
too
don't
much.
see in a financial area where these guys are coming, man, because a lot of these owners are billionaires. And you do not become a billionaire by squandering your money. You become a billionaire by making great investments. And that's not a great investment put into that. And I think when you talking about these people money and you buying stadiums out here for $3.2 billion, you buying it to keep it open, you paying for all the food in here. I'm just saying, it just seems kind of crazy to give one player all this money up front first day you meet them, because that's basically what you're doing with a fully guaranteed. If you come in here, I'm giving you $230 million. It might take a couple years, but you're guaranteed it. I might as well just give you all your money right now.
And the incentives in place means you have to be on the field for this to happen.
Correct.
So health wise, you ahead of the
That's
curve. If you're the owner, that's just the way to go, bro.
That's a no. A no for you.
I want to piggyback on this situation. The situation when you talking about center, do you remember when the Seattle was playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl? Now, if the Beast would have ran that touchdown in, he would have got extra money.
That is true.
But they decided to go to pass, so to make sure he did get the money, they throw a pass which is intercepted. The Beast running all day, but instead of paying this man, you feel like, no, we'll throw a pass and then he won't meet his incentive.
Because they was gonna have to pay Russ anyway. He was coming up off that third.
No, the Beast.
Yeah, I'm
Marshawn.
saying.
Yeah, Marshawn.
Yeah.
He would have got, if he got another
But they
touchdown,
wanted
he had incentive to
they
get some more
wanted to
money.
keep him down
But see, they
here.
don't keep him down here
Yeah.
by throwing a pass,
Yeah.
which backfired on him.
Because then they shouldn't have paid him.
Right.
But they knew they was gonna have to pay him. But this is why they should have gave the ball to Marshawn Lynch.
Right.
Because if they would have, you could pay Marshawn and he was still good a couple more years.
Yeah.
Dog, you wouldn't have to pay Russell that much.
Right.
And them motherfuckers need each other.
They did.
I think, man, I appreciate, I guess I might be the only one to disagree here. I guess this is more or less my stance on it, right? I think that actually kind of proves my point that the contract should be guaranteed. Because just like how you said, they stiffed him because they didn't want him to get his money.
Right.
So I feel like that proves my point. That
DeMarco
contract
Murray.
should, contracts
DeMarco Murray got
should
stiffed.
be guaranteed.
But
And
see,
this,
that wasn't guaranteed money. That was an incentive.
Incentive. That was an incentive.
That was
Yeah.
an incentive.
Yeah.
Those are extras. Those are like bonuses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was gonna get that with the fully, if not though. These are all just incentives. Everybody
It
has
was still
incentive
money
base.
taken out of his mouth.
It
Right.
was.
Easy
Hands
money,
down,
too.
hands
And
down.
that easy
But his
money.
initial contract had nothing. He was getting that money they already owed
Yeah,
him
he
regardless.
get his money, but
That's-
like I said, that extra incentive
That extra, though,
would
that
sometimes
is,
take
that
you over
is.
the top.
Can't deny
And
that.
they
Can't deny
they
that.
denied that, and so it backfired on him because it cost him the game.
And it
It
cost
did.
him a championship.
Yeah.
You know.
I absolutely feel like NFL contracts should be guaranteed, and this is the reason why. I see what you're saying about as far as like you have to pay like stadiums and this and that, right? You have to do that, right? But my question is how is it that these other organizations are doing this and they're thriving, but the NFL can't do it? Check it out. The top 6 wealthiest owners, right, that own sports teams are football owners. Last year, the NFL generated the most revenue, over $18 billion with a B. The NBA generated $10 billion last year. Everybody contract is guaranteed. some of the most beautiful stadiums you will ever find. On top of that, when you look at NBA players, they make $7.7 million. That's on average. NFL players make $3.2 million on average. Roger Goodell says by the time 2027, he thinks the NFL revenue will be at $25 billion per year. There is absolutely no reason why NFL owners cannot pay their NFL players guaranteed money.
But that's the reason why they don't.
Right.
That you left out an extra $8 billion to start out with. You said they was making 10 in the NBA and the NFL.
No,
making 10.
right. They make $18 billion.
Yeah, and the NBA make what 10?
10.
That's the difference of $8 billion. You don't think the owners
No,
gonna pocket $8
they're
billion?
making that
I
much more.
know.
Right.
So why not keep it? These are business.
Right.
These
Right.
are business.
Right.
Right. This is business.
Right.
They don't want
Right.
But we missing one of the biggest dynamics. There's more fucking players. We talking about
Right.
a 52-man roster,
Yeah.
and we're paying
Yeah.
52 people
Yeah.
guaranteed money compared to a team that's only bringing 12 people on the
13
travel.
motherfuckers and
On the
shit.
travel,
Some of
nigga,
them
we're
put
not
in
adding the same
motherfucking
numbers. Of
money.
course, we're paying out
No,
different money.
But check it. No, but
Playoff is 8
but
people
check it
playing.
out. That still doesn't make any sense because you have a cap.
But there's 52 niggas with the cap though.
Okay.
It's just.
But no.
Okay,
but-
so
but-
okay. So
but-
listen.
but- hold on.
It's pure math though, Billy. This is what I'm saying.
Let
Listen.
me
Go ahead,
let me
go
say
ahead.
it, bro. You still have a cap, right? That's your general manager's job to say this cap is $200 million. You can't pay any more than that. You're gonna pay that regardless, right? You're gonna pay that $200 million regardless. So I don't understand what's the big deal. That's your general manager's job to figure out to get the best players under that $200 million to win a fucking Super Bowl. How is it that other sports can do it?
Okay.
But the NFL makes more money, far more money than any other sport.
Because the NFL pays out more things. That's why.
Like
because okay, we'll just put it like this: if
I'm
if
curious.
there is 12 people on one roster for one team, okay,
Mm-hmm.
all those people get paid $2 million guaranteed, right? 12 people. That's $24 million that you're paying for just players, okay? Just 24 right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a 52-man roster. 50 of these niggas travel with me everywhere that we fucking go. 50 people and 52 people are getting paid $2 million. That's $100 million. We not doing the same math. This is what I'm saying. If everybody, the minimum that you just read off, a person getting paid $2 million, that's what niggas get paid. That's okay. If everybody in there getting paid that, when we know everybody ain't, because there's some extremities with these 230 million getting paid in places, and if everybody making $1 million, that's still $100 million you paying them players. The math ain't there. Football got to pay out more, so it's hard for them to put out more guarantees because when they got to put out, they paying for people who in playing centers and stuff like that. Soccer teams barely got that many people.
That's
Baseball
guaranteed.
team got that, but they barely got them in the high skill area. They're okay. The difference between baseball, football, your chances of getting hurt in a play in baseball and a single play is 3% probably. You might get beamed by a ball or get hit by the ball to get hit. Your chances of getting hurt in a football play, every fucking play.
Right.
You can move left, right, and I'm supposed to guarantee. It's harder in football
And that's-
because
that's even more reason to guarantee
but
it.
that's why they're not gonna do it. It sound good in a player-friendly ass atmosphere, but these niggas is businessmen. And like I previously said, you don't become a billionaire by making bad investments. And you can read any billionaire book you want to, and they'll tell you the same thing. You have to make key investments. That's why I found, in a player-friendly atmosphere, I would love for all these players to get their money. But in a real life, in a business atmosphere, which these sports are at the end of the day is business, it's not going to happen. It sounds good. I would love for it, but it's just not realistic. I would love it, but it's not realistic.
But how is it not realistic when they make more and they're the richest?
Because of the
I want to
not
piggyback
gonna
on
do
that
it.
situation too. I'm going to bring up the situation between you said the basketball and the football.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the basketball stadium don't cost nowhere near the amount of money of the football stadium and the income coming in. Nowhere near. I'm saying you go to a
You can
football
see more.
stadium, you see it's humongous. Basketball
Oh, yeah.
can have you just a hallway and you're good. Now, in football, oh hell no. Football stadiums are, man, even Dallas Stadium. I went down and checked out Dallas Stadium.
Great, beautiful. Yeah.
Man, Atlanta Stadium,
Yeah.
the Colts Stadium.
Mercedes out there. Yeah.
Colts Stadium, that motherfucking museum. A football field with a fucking museum around the side of the bitch. Basketball don't have nothing like that. Basketball got small, but football,
Brooklyn's pretty nice. I saw Brooklyn Stadium.
I'm gonna tell you, listen, football stadiums are humongous. Am I right? We go there,
Yeah.
man. Come on.
I get that.
And come on, and it
so-
costs more to run a football stadium than a basketball stadium. I promise you that.
No, I
The
I
grass,
get that.
Grass,
turf,
I'm saying,
shit.
turf,
I'm just
shit.
saying it just costs physically more.
Right.
I can't
Yeah.
see them investing so much in the
Right.
players when they invest
But you
so
don't
much.
have any of that stuff if you don't have these players.
You always gonna find players though.
But
You always gonna find players.
And that's
You always gonna find. I'm saying, but that's the realization of it. I know
And
it don't
the scary
sound.
part
It's
about-
such a plantation mindset.
It is, but that's
no,
that's the
no,
game. That's
listen,
sports in general.
Am I bugging?
No, but
Yeah,
that's
it's-
sports
it's
in
such a
general.
plantation
We all
mindset.
hear both sides of the argument. We wish it was that way.
But it's not.
You know how many people want to play football?
That's what I'm
Seriously.
saying. This thing is,
Dude,
you get paid.
You get a scab team. They'll play football for you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. People are thirsty out there. You can go get somebody who's working like, how many times you heard a football player was working at Walmart and all of a sudden, you know, he done went from Walmart to the NFL. Talk to me. You didn't see me. You done heard about
Yeah,
it.
of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was like, man, the other day, man, I was
was just
working
back
at,
in
I was
groceries
frying chicken for Popeye. Now look at me, I'm in the NFL. Come on.
Invincible, dog.
Bunch of them out there. And a lot of them don't even get, like I said, a lot of talent out there we don't even know about.
Of course.
It takes an excellent scout because back in the day, who knew about a Walter Payton come from Jackson State? Who knew about a Jerry Rice coming from Mississippi Valley State? Talk to me. Who knew about Steve McNair coming from Alcorn? They weren't even going down south.
Yeah, sure.
But all the talent was down there. No one knew about this. They didn't have television coverage. Nowadays they got television coverage. Back then, you never seen Alcorn, Jackson State, Mississippi Valley on TV. You heard of it. You went to the game, but you never seen them on
Sounds like
TV.
a mess.
You heard them on the radio, but you never seen them on TV. Things are starting to change, and people like, you know, going to them little small schools, and like, you know what? We got something here.
Williams for the Redskins. Shout out to Doug.
Doug Williams.
Doug
Williams.
Yeah.
Doug Williams.
Grambling. You went to Grambling.
For Grambling.
You're right.
You want the Redskins.
Y'all know, man, we're going to have to disagree. Y'all let us know how y'all feel. Should NFL players get guaranteed contracts, yes or no? Flipping things, talk about a small team, small market. Sacramento Kings, are they legit? Right now, I think they're 6th in the West right now.
Did they drop so hard? I know they dropped down to like, I thought it was like 4 or 3.
I'm pretty sure that's 6. That's something
Well,
like
they
that. No,
still
excuse me,
got-
they're
State
third.
is 6.
Excuse me, they're third.
Yeah,
They're third.
third.
Yeah, they're third. Golden State is still, you're right.
Yeah.
They're third in the West. They're 47 and 30. The Kings right now are looking at a first round with Golden State. Golden State has beat them 2 out of the 3 games. And out of those games, Klay Thompson actually had some, he was actually the leading scorer out of those games. So are the Kings legit? Really quick, yes or no? Hendo.
Not that damn legit. What's going
Can they
good
beat Golden State?
no. They're a great team and they up and coming. And like I said, I look at them like I look at Cleveland. You know, they're great organizations. They got a big future ahead of them, especially if they pick up some more pieces and stuff. I like the where the Kings are going, but unfortunately they don't have enough playoff experience to pull this off. They'll make it there. They had a great season, but we just going to leave it in that first round where they're going to hang it up. They're not going to get past Golden State. Golden State out here is still thirsty, and they don't need to do much. They just play that outside ball. Not shitting on the Kings, but this is going to come down to just veteranship, I think. You know what I'm saying? But if the Warriors did lose to this team and they go on, we gonna have to rehab this conversation then.
Those games
But-
on the road.
But
No matter what team you are, you play half your games on the road.
And Sacramento would have home court advantage.
and the only thing is,
they like to score 100.
sometimes the Warriors are so shaky on the road. But listen, I've seen the Warrior team that's shaky on the road, but still be coming here and do what they got to do. And like I said, all they got to do is win their home games, catch a few on the way, and do it. And they know if any team know how to do it, it's this veteran team. This will be the team.
This is not the same team. This is not the same Golden State team that you seen back then. This ain't the same Golden State team you seen last year with that resolve.
You can say that, but this is regular season. This is regular season. Playoff ball. This a whole new season.
I agree.
That's true.
Seem like
That's very
when they get to the playoff, you see a monster come out. Now you just seen just normal players playing through the season, but some about playing in the playoffs, they take it up a different level. So I'm thinking about if I was to go with a team between those two, I would go with Golden State, because I'm gonna tell you something. Golden State be playing around during the season, but during the playoff, bruh, listen, they deadly. They deadly. They you like, oh, I thought old boy was tired. Before you know it, he killing you.
They just gotta make it better. They one of the teams, they just gotta get
I'm just saying they deceptive. Cause I'm gonna tell you another team that's deceptive. They so surprised me some days. And since they got Beverly, the Bulls' disposition, man, the Bulls, you know, every once in a while Beverly takes them up to a different level. And I like that. And that's what I'm saying is when you see a team playing during the regular season, that's regular season. The mountain or the big dog comes out when you're in the playoff. Because I remember everybody was talking about how far Milwaukee was going, but Milwaukee was no big dog. There's the puppy on the porch. When they got to the playoff, as you can see, how they got played. See what I'm saying? It's different. Like I said, once again, being a puppy on the porch to being a big dog. Everybody thought that Milwaukee was going to take it. As you can see what happened. I'll say less.
Facts. Somebody that might not, how do you feel? You say yes or no? King?
Oh, yeah, I'm going, they didn't play. They didn't play. As long as they get to play some games at home and Golden State is on the road, we got a series here.
Them niggas gonna look like that year the Atlanta Hawks had the starting five, and that's what this team remind me of. That's what they remind me. No, that's what they remind me of. They do real well, but we gonna see
like that. It's a lot like that.
I'm just saying, just because of how smooth they playing in the regular season.
Except your opponent means a lot too. And for some reason, Golden State just play down to their competition. No matter how bored they always got bored.
They do play down too. I do feel like they don't play their top flight. They play down. I do feel like they play down a lot.
And you can't do that when you old.
Nah,
not when you playing against not with these young niggas. This dude will run right past you for a clutch basket,
and they get hung out by Draymond, and that's the whole thing.
But see, I think that situation's gonna change when old boy Wiggins come back. Because I'm thinking, look, something about Wiggins, Poole, Draymond, Steph. Man, see, Draymond remind me of a Dennis Rodman. He disruptive. All you gotta do is disrupt your game, and you done. And that's why he intentionally foul you. Rodman used to do that. He's a master of that. Rodman couldn't out-rebound a lot of people, but he get them so mad that they be like, he grabbed a nigga. He grabbed Alonzo Mourning ass. Right. When they was at the free throw line and they had to put that nigga was like, he kissed at him and the nigga said, he said, man, you wrong. Disrupt. Nasty. Draymond does the same thing. Yep. And all he has to do is get one of them players in his head, trust me, and he's a master of it. So that's what I'm saying. You know, Golden State got different dimensions. And the Splash Brothers, when they own, when Splash Brothers are on, it ain't no stopping us now.
And then, like I said, then you get Poole coming in there and shit. And you remember how good I was talking about Poole when we was talking about it? That was a lot of playoffs. He do to show up like that in the playoffs. The reason I talked about him like that is because how big he showed up in those playoffs. Granted, they lost.
So how many games you think Golden State will win this series then?
This is gonna be
I think this should go to 7.
This is gonna be a 4-3 win Golden State. Golden State gonna pull it out. This is gonna be a 7 game, maybe
I see
possibly 6. It depends how hot. Like I'm just saying, if Golden State come out hot in Sacramento and like they come out that first game blazing, it's gonna be long for Sacramento. If they come out, it all depends that first game. The first game is a staple game.
Golden State
you don't gotta win it.
Down at any point in time, you would think, okay, Golden State is back to being Golden State, and then they'll do this year thing that they do.
All they gotta do is get one in Sacramento, and they good. Just know that. Maybe 2. That's all they need.
I think they can do that too.
One out the series in the first one. Go back win your 2, and then if y'all gotta go back,
you made a good point.
Just one at the end. That's all you gotta do.
Golden State is an older team. You made a good point about that. But think about this. Them older teams play mind games. How you think 3-peats, when the Bulls got 3-peats, that's a mind game. At one time we couldn't get past Detroit. We got past the motherfuckers. At one time we couldn't get past the Jazz. We got past them. We couldn't get past Cleveland. It's a mind game. Once you get into a person's mind, like baby girl said, I'm building condos in here. I'm in your head. See what I'm saying? That's all basketball is about. Because Draymond, if you see how his game, you're like, I'm tired of this nigga fouling me. I'm gonna swing on him. That's taking you out your game. Rodman, you do the same thing. That's what I'm saying. They're a smarter team. See, you don't work harder as an older team. You work smarter.
Facts.
And that's why I think that Warriors can get past them.
But do you have the legs?
I think they got the bench
Because
I think they got the bench.
Let's look at this team. Clay, is he all the way back to being Clay? No, his legs are not fully under
That's
him.
true. That is true.
Y'all hoping that Wiggins come back. If he come back, he ain't in game shape.
But DiVincenzo been stepping up, and DiVincenzo been balling. Like you said, Kuminga been balling. I'm just saying, they got the thing about I've always liked about Golden State. The truth of the matter is,
regular.
they always make their weakest link their strongest link. They, mind you, this is the same type of organization that had JaVale McGee shooting threes and making them. Not saying they're doing, but JaVale McGee was a better player when he left the Warriors than he had ever been in his life. And they make their weakest link their strongest link. They had Livingston out there balling.
I got a next
Sean
level stat.
Livingston.
I got a next level stat for you. I ain't even gonna do that. The Golden State Warriors are the best passing team in the league. I forget what the whatever rate it is, or some efficiency rate or something with passing. They are the best passing team in the league as far as assists. When you disrupt that chemistry, you know what I'm saying? Like it's great to have GP2 back.
Right.
Because he know a winning style of offense with y'all and with Draymond
Right.
Green.
No, you're
and where
right.
the ball's supposed to be going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No offense to your man Kuminga. That's why he don't get ticked like that.
No, you're right. You're right.
Draymond, no, the last couple times he got in that last game, every time he got it, he was looking over at Draymond, because Draymond just told him, man, you do just a dunk.
No, you're right. You're right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't really familiar.
I think they
with
get
the
it. I
system
like
that.
the
You know
Kings,
the
though. I
ball's
do, like I
supposed to-
said.
how it's supposed to hop.
I give them a lot of respect for this season because they came out of nowhere. I felt like they owed this. I mean, they've only had every first round pick since motherfucking 09, but they deserve this. They finally worked up to this team level that they need. I just don't think it's going to be this year that this it. I think next year going to be their year. I think next year they're going to really be showing motherfuckers because that's where I think a lot of teams are going to drop. I think Golden State. I think Golden State after this year dipped down. That's why I say I feel like they're going to be putting a lot on this board trying to do it this year because after this year, I don't know if they can keep this up.
I feel like they need Clay healthy all year. If they
I
had
don't know
Clay,
if you can.
I think next year might be his year to do that. I think Williams might be healthy, and if they can get anything for Wiseman or did they already trade
They
Wiseman?
played for Wiseman in Detroit now.
Right, okay.
He's in Detroit.
They got to pay Draymond this year. Next year.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
it's
the
probably any kind of addition that can, you know what I'm saying, slightly better that team. I feel like next year with the determination of losing and going through the season lackluster and not being healthy, if they can all stay healthy next year, I would be afraid of them motherfuckers right now. I'm afraid of them right now about next year.
They ain't been
lose
healthy.
this year,
They ain't been healthy since when?
One team
They
nobody.
were worse duo to Kyrie and KD.
One team nobody's afraid of right now is the down. Hey,
It's the Texas Haze.
it's the Texas Haze. The Dallas Mavericks. Luka. It looks like Kyrie possibly could not be in Dallas next year. He'll be a free agent in the summer. If he doesn't stay in Dallas, that'll leave Luka with pretty much not a great supporting cast. We'll put it that
Why
way.
you want to stay in Dallas?
Kyrie.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know your option.
A
You don't know.
lot of people think it's trending him more toward LA.
Yeah.
Well,
To the
to me,
Lakers.
when I think about Kyrie, I think about a gypsy. Somebody who should have a mule and a cart and shit, because he going from town to town peddling his wares and shit, not knowing what the fuck he's going to be playing for. That's why I think he is a gypsy. Get that nigga a gypsy jersey and keep it moving.
Why you just ask?
Oh, man.
You know why you
We ain't never gonna get Fam on the show now. Nah, fam. Nah, he could leave. He could leave. Leave Luka out there. Leave him dry.
Kyrie, if you ever want to come on the show and defend yourself, man, you're more than welcome to come on.
Me personally,
I was not ready.
I called this off the initial trade. I said Kyrie and Luka, what the Mavericks gave up wasn't gonna make it to the playoffs. They gave up too much defense for too much offense. And like I said, going off of last year's shit in the playoffs, that's exactly what they problem they had. They could score bucket for bucket with you, but they couldn't stop you. So therefore, you just going bucket for bucket until they start hitting threes. And sometimes Luka got to settle for twos over threes, and now you losing because they come back and hit a three, and now you down in close games. And that's kind of what was hurting them. If Kyrie's smart, he stays there, they restructure a contract, and they try to get some more help and some more depth in Dallas. And then Luka sticks around. He needs to try to work out because I think right now,
if he doesn't, what's a good destination for him?
A good destination for him would have to be a nice winning team, somebody who prime. I could see the Clippers possibly.
Somebody who needs one player away from going somewhere.
But see, the Clippers got too many goddamn players. That's the thing. They got Paul George, they got Russ, but that's what makes it congested. I think a good look for him if he's trying to win right now was possibly probably try to bounce over to Portland if he's trying to stay over there. Because Dame needs some help, and he needs that type of help. Somebody who can put up 40 and take that up off him. Not saying CJ McCullough couldn't do that, but their scoring is a little bit different. You know, Luka takes pressure off people. He gets people open. McCullough's a pure shooter. He's just wet. Where Luka plays a style ball that can slow it up a little bit and let Dame get open to where he doesn't have to put so much pressure on putting up 60 and 40 a night. You know, he can, you know, and they have enough talent over there to where they can stay a little consistent defensively. You know what I'm saying? But if he's trying to stay over there, but I can't see them trading him. I can't see him. I can't see him coming up though. I don't think Mark Cuban letting him go. That's his new dirt. He ain't letting him go.
Yeah, I mean technically they don't have to. He won't be a free agent until 2027.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he won't be a free agent until 2027.
I thought he was a free agent this year.
Nah,
It's either
hell no.
2027 or 2026.
He's not like, he locked him in, man.
He just signed a 5-year deal.
Yeah, he locked him in.
He's an expert of getting his way, getting the fuck up out of whatever the fuck he act like.
But he not finna
It don't matter
demand
what
no
his contract
trade.
say.
He not finna demand no trade.
What?
He not.
Kyrie Irving wanted the man to trade.
No.
Luka.
Luka. I thought you were about Kyrie.
No. The thing is, I'm saying Kyrie might leave.
Luka would.
Kyrie might leave. So if Kyrie leaves, where do you think Luka should go? What do you think he should demand a trade? And if he does, what do you think would be a good trade destination for him?
Luka won't go.
Man, I don't think he's gonna go nowhere.
No, I'll stay.
But if he did go somewhere, like a young team would be nice, like Houston or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But like a winning team, shit. I don't know.
Can I put a scenario out there?
What's that?
I personally think Kyrie will leave. I think he'll team up with LeBron. Me personally, that's what I think will happen. I mean, everyone else will have Lakers jersey. He'll have a Gypsy jersey. It'll be Lakers, but it'll say
Because he got
like
one
Gypsy.
from almost everyone in the league.
Yeah, it'll actually just be a combination of all his jerseys.
That's what I'm saying.
Part of it would be Celtic, part of it would be Cleveland.
How you
Then,
retire a motherfucker jersey like that? Like what
Westbrook?
city you retire a motherfucker?
Westbrook
in?
retired in 8 cities.
You know what I'm saying?
no, it'll be okay.
OKC.
It'll be OKC. That's it.
Wherever you win a championship is where
Right.
it's gonna be
It'll
at.
be OKC.
Wherever
you
you
said-
win a championship, if you win with the Clippers, it's gonna be there.
Listen, you said Westbrook, where if he win a championship,
Yeah, that's
well,
where
you
he'll
might as well
retire.
say he need to retire now because
He
Westbrook
balling
is
now.
like
He
a
balling
slap
now.
rock. Every team he go to, they don't go nowhere. I'm not kidding.
with him.
Every team he go, they don't go nowhere. They go home early. They go home get some fishing bait because they go home fishing early while everybody's playing basketball.
But he taking teams to the playoffs.
He taking them, but like you said, they going to the big dance, but they don't have anybody to dance with. That's all I'm just saying. What the hell? You know, every team he goes to don't go nowhere.
Wallflowers.
Really?
He went to the finals. He balling with the Clippers right now. He averaging about motherfucking 20 points right now with the Clippers. He balling. He balling. The Clippers team right now is a dominant team with him in the
Right.
guard because now they got my man coming off the bench and he's a dog and he's a starter. And then they got Paul George, Kawhi, who I don't know what's wrong with him still.
No.
And then they got some middle people. I mean, I'm just saying. The
Paul
Clippers,
George hurt.
once again, but
Yeah.
in and out. Once again, the Clippers have a strong veteran team
No.
that they known for having. Because I've seen this team already years back when they had Blake Griffin and everybody. I'm just saying, this is another team that's gonna go deep in the playoffs and lose in the second round. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is what I
I
see.
love this Clipper team, but
Right.
this is the truth about it. They're gonna lose in the second. It don't even matter who they see.
No.
It don't even matter who they see.
Like,
'Cause
as long
somebody
as you
gonna
got
get hurt.
Westbrook,
Somebody gonna get hurt, and it's just gonna be
Right.
Westbrook. That's all it is. They're gonna get hurt. Paul George gonna sprain a toe. Motherfucking Kawhi thigh gonna get to hurting again. And it's gonna be
The
a wrap.
only ring you will see
I
Westbrook
know.
wearing is a wedding ring, because that's as far as he gonna go.
Yeah.
He'll never get a real ring.
I don't-
He'll be the Barkley of the NBA. Promise you that.
I mean, yeah,
He gonna be just like Barkley,
He'll be a Hall of
always
Famer. I don't-
this close. You know what I'm saying? Always the bridesmaid and never the bride.
Facts. I completely agree. I think a great spot for Luka. I think he'll eventually force his way out of Dallas. It's the NBA, man. That's what players do. I think it's a player-driven league. I think that's the way it necessarily. I think that's the way it should be.
Where you see him at?
I think the best spot is Boston. I see him in Boston, and the reason why I say that is I see him being star. I see him star for star, basically. I don't think Jaylen Brown is technically. I don't think he's been happy in Boston. When you look at the off the court stuff,
He's talking about leaving.
yeah, and so I think that would be a good spot for Luka. I think he's ball dominant. Jason Tatum can play off the ball.
Right.
I think Boston being Boston, I've never been. Supposedly they have a thing for less melanated people. I think that could be huge for them to have a less melanated superstar back in Boston.
He said Jalen too dark. We need
No.
Tatum, you cutting the line right there because you have
Boston will
Luka come on.
I think they will be happy to have a
That's
European
funny as shit.
superstar
That's
over there
funny
in
as
Boston.
shit.
They called him.
And I mean,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? They need a bird, huh?
yeah, and I mean, if Jaylen Brown isn't happy there,
There he's
Dallas, so I think will be a great spot for him. He gets to be a superstar, kind of like what happened to Mikal Bridges, where he was playing behind Devin Booker and Chris Paul. You see, when he goes to Brooklyn and he's a star, he's doing his thing, and then that frees up cap space.
You said
Dallas
Chris
is-
Paul.
No, I was Mikal Bridges.
Okay, not Chris Paul, because he's a cone.
Right.
My brother, I heard Beverly said, why do they call him a cone? It's because everybody going around him. He can't stop nobody.
Yeah.
I said, I've never heard the terminology used before, a cone. He said, how do you describe Chris Paul? Oh, he's just like a cone. You put right here and go right around him, because he ain't stopping nobody.
He's a mid-range scoring facilitator.
He is. That's what he is. But that's what I could personally see happen. Him going to Boston, being traded straight up, or maybe even take Jaylen Brown and maybe like a pick or something like that for Luka. But that's how I feel. But man, going right into moving right along, man. Our first ever NFL mock draft coming from Old Heads 1.0. Y'all let us know how y'all feel out there, who y'all think should be picked. Hendo, you got the first pick, man. The Chicago Bears, they traded it to
to the Carolina
yes,
Panthers.
sir.
Carolina Panthers, when they first pick, they going QB, man. CJ Stroud, man. Ohio State.
Okay, I like that.
See, I can't see them going the opposite of the way, you know what I'm saying? Just because dude's a little bit more solid, and I think they want him for his options. He's great on decision making.
What you got, B.I.?
Oh man, I got the Houston, Texas taking Bryce Young.
That's hard. Okay, with the third pick, the Cardinals. Absolutely, I have them taking Will Anderson Jr. out of Alabama. I think he's going to be a guy.
Linebacker?
Linebacker.
Yeah.
Linebacker. I think he's a perfect pick. He reminds me of a young Khalil Mack. I think he's going to be. I don't know if he'll necessarily be a 15, 17 sack guy every year, but I could definitely see him being a 10, 12 sack guy every year. True professional. Good locker room guy. He's just going to be one of those guys that's going to be solid and just going to be a professional for a long time. And that Arizona team needs someone like that in the locker room, especially when you got to put in your contract telling your QB you can't play so much Call of Duty. You need some adults in that locker room.
Right.
And that's what Will Anderson Jr. is. So
Right.
Third pick, Cardinals take Will Anderson Jr. Fourth pick, Endo.
Hold on, man. Who? You said the Cardinals took him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay. Fourth pick, man. Indiana Colts. They going. I think they finna go with QB Anthony Richardson out of Florida.
You motherfucker.
They need a QB, man. They need a QB out there, man.
But what's the situation? They talking about that coach might be Lamar. What about Lamar? You talking about QB? What about Lamar?
They got to put some Lamar money. And that's they got to put some Lamar money. No, right now Lamar's standing in his way. He won't guarantee. They don't have $230 million to get like that. They'll be a suitable place because of picks.
But if they throw in a couple of picks, because all they need is 2 first-round picks, you throw in this year and next year, coaching Lamar, bro, that'd be the way to go.
I don't see Baltimore doing it like that.
That's what I'm saying. Coach got a sweet ass inside
I
save.
don't see the Colts pulling it. I don't see them pulling the gun.
Don't be surprised.
They're a terrible organization. Not like that, but not like management-wise. Not like organization. Like everything after Peyton, they just kind of went downhill, and a lot of people left there and said it's just like it's tough out there. They got to rejumble some shit over there. They do.
They need an ownership.
Yeah, I'm just being real. I read a lot of stuff. What they say, they say the management just over there is just not what it is. A lot of people leave over there. Why you think Chuck Pagano was quick to leave out there?
I'm gonna tell you something. People, I don't mean to jump the draft now. People are saying now a good fit for another place that'd be good for Lamar would be the Commanders. If they get that minority ownership, going to the Commanders, because the Commanders are only a few pieces away to going to the big dance. A few pieces. Lamar would take them there.
They're a few dollars away because this is what's going to come down to. Even though this might be a year where they peel in and they might let them go for a couple of draft picks, that don't mean where you get traded is where you want to play because you only have 1 year there. And it's not guaranteed how you might be feeling when you go to a place. I'm just saying. I've seen guys be forced to go places and don't want to be there. We've all seen players not want to be where they at. And they be like, damn, I thought he was going to be better. And just seen him out there. And just...
Well, that was Doug Williams because he didn't want to be in Tampa. Tampa said he threw too hard. As soon as he went to the Redskins, Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
So
I get it, but it's just not a guarantee. Is all I'm saying.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. I think they rebuilding the draft. They looking for their future right now. And right now, we also talk about a guy who's kind of age. I'm not saying it is, but it's a lot to pay this man right now. That's a huge commitment because this man's demanding $230 million. This dude right here gonna be lucky if he get $12 million. But 4 years.
Understand this what he brings to the table. See, you talking about how much?
I mean, it's a championship, but their defense not ready.
I know, but
it's hard to pay this man all these millions and your defense not ready. He needs to go to a team that's ready. A good team fit for him would be like Tampa Bay. Something like that. I can see them pulling trigger because they're ready right now. They just need a quarterback.
Right.
There are some teams that's just a quarterback away. This team is they're a couple years away from being ready for a Lamar Jackson. Yes, he could help him out this year. Yes, he could prove that team, but that team barely makes it to the playoffs.
Right, okay.
I mean, it's tough over there. That's a tough division.
So where you see the Colts at? You think they go quarterback too?
I think they go, Anthony Richardson coming out there. I think they start rebuilding.
So they got Floyd.
Okay.
Yep. I think they get their lines. They got their line together, and they're gonna work with it.
That's not a bad.
All right.
Tyree Wilson for a year too.
Yep. Facts.
Seattle, gonna probably take Tyree Wilson.
Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech.
Yeah, the edge.
I like that. 6th pick. That'll be the Lions. I have them actually taking. If they would take him, why not, man? Let's get a little messy. I would have them actually taking Christian Gonzalez out of Oregon. Love him as a corner. I think he's about 6'2". Absolutely blew it up in the I can't think of what the heck is it called. Not the draft.
Combine.
Combine, excuse me. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Actually blew it up in the combine. So I think if they do take Tyree Wilson, that's who I would have had the Lions take to put on the other side of Aiden Hudson. But if you don't have that, why not get another shutdown corner, really solidify that secondary to go along with they have another stud cornerback there. I can't think of his name right now, but he was a high draft pick towards ACL, came back, had a strong year last year. So I see the Lions throwing up that secondary. They take Christian Gonzalez out of Oregon. 7th pick, Hendo.
Seven.
We was the Raiders.
So did. Damn, man.
You don't see the Raiders going for a quarterback?
No, I had them going for something else.
You don't think they need a quarterback? Because what they got now?
don't know.
Because the car gone. I mean, so what they got?
Yeah, you could. That's why. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You need to be somewhere down the line looking at another quarterback.
Yeah.
Because somebody got to throw to Devontae. Shit.
It's gonna go off.
Yeah, let me see. Because I had them. I had that tight end over there.
You got a tight end? What you got?
Man, shit, he already got picked. Don't matter no more.
No, but
No, what you just picked.
Oh.
you don't think that. But see,
Yeah.
you don't see.
I had that corner. No, I was talking about that corner.
You don't see him with a quarterback at all. Especially what's left in the draft.
Let me see.
I'm just saying
I'm
that.
trying to see who on the board real quick. I got him going. I can see them beefing up on defense right now because right now I think one of the things I'm gonna have them taking that defensive tackle, Brian Breeze from Clemson.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he's a stud in the middle.
I understand this, but first things for a team like the Raiders, I would try to get me a quarterback because now let me tell you the reason why. Because to me, once you get a decent quarterback, you can get certain pieces to build around him.
Right.
You go on defense, but who the hell is gonna be throwing the ball to the wide receivers and the running back?
And
Because you have not mentioned the
That's a
quarterback.
beautiful point. That's even the reason why you don't draft a rookie quarterback because them receivers that they got over there only have a few more years on them contracts. And you got people like Adams, and then you got
Adams gonna be there for a while. He should be 3 more years.
That doesn't mean you want to build with a rookie quarterback. Where they need to go find a quarterback is they need to go find one in free agency because look what Seattle just did with Geno Smith. A lot of people gave up on Geno Smith.
I agree.
And Geno Smith was somebody you just kind of pull in here, and this man was out here taking the team and looking at
Right.
fishing with them. He made a Pro Bowl off that team.
I know.
Name another time you seen Geno Smith or talked about him going to a Pro Bowl. I'll wait. But what I'm saying is they need a veteran. They need somebody they can grab a Winston, Jameis Winston. The thing about Jameis Winston, a lot of people saying he can throw that deep ball. And what do you think Adams is used to? A deep ball. He can whip it. This man was, I know, same time do 30 touchdowns in his, you know what I'm saying, the season. Also threw for 30 interceptions. He was whipping that motherfucker, but they went to the playoffs. What I'm saying is he can get that team where they need to be. You don't need to draft that right now because you got them players that might not be ready to build with that. Everybody ain't ready to build with a rookie quarterback. That's the thing about rookie quarterbacks because they have to be brought in and you asking an offense with a veteran offense to instill they trust in somebody. And a lot of time that trust isn't there. And we asking all these men to trust this rookie. Some people they ain't ready for it. That's why I said I think that team, they need a veteran. I think they go with this defensive piece because this locks up their defense. So when they do get that offensive film, they can also get that ball back there. And they need somebody to plug that middle because on a Raiders defense, we was running all over the Mogs. So you need somebody to plug up that middle. And I can see him being a stud coming in there.
Well, yeah, they run all over, but do you also understand as a quarterback, Derek Carr couldn't get it done. Like I said, he was a car, but he was a car on 4 flats. So therefore, he wasn't going nowhere.
That's
and that's that sort of just like, you know, they need a quarterback. They need somebody
They
who
might
can.
just need to change his personnel. That's all it might.
No, he gone. They need to get.
No, I'm just saying
Yeah.
it might have just been him. Sometimes
You're right. That's what I'm saying. It was
certain
him.
people don't work out for him.
Right, so-
and I think he was one of them.
Yeah. So you need to somewhere down the line look at a quarterback.
Not
Like you
right
said,
now. Just not right now.
It's all right to have arms and legs, but what about a brain?
But not.
You don't need a quarterback.
Nah, I don't think nobody. I don't think that's what they need. I think they need to beef up on that defense.
Yeah. Falcons, they can definitely go for a quarterback. Who do you got? The Falcons, A-Pick.
Falcons. I guess maybe they going for they're in the running. Are they still in the running?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going.
No, they said they're not going for Lamar.
Yeah, they said they ain't gonna pay that money. I forgot.
Falcons. Jalen Carter, D-line, Georgia.
I like that. I think he'll drop that far too. That's actually a good pick. He could be a steal too.
You don't see them going quarterback either. Damn.
Yeah,
Because they got rid of Mariota, so who's gonna be trucking the ball?
See, I tell you, they got
There
too
ain't
many
no
free
real-
agents out here, man. This free agent is a splash, man. You can grab a lot of
Anybody's
cats.
better than Mariota anyway.
I'm just saying, man. It's a lot of.
But he crushed us in Atlanta, though. He
It's
crushed
just
us.
a lot of
I know,
people
but
out
I
here.
don't think it's a quarterback that's good enough to go that high. I'm personally not sold on Will Levis.
Right.
That's just me
No,
personally.
I don't know, man. He might be a sleeper.
And Jalen Carter, he reminds me of a young Calais Campbell.
I know, but I'm saying this, that that brother might be a sleeper. See,
He already
I'm gonna tell you something.
He already gone.
I know, but
That's a sleeper in the draft.
That's sleepers in draft because I'm really
Every draft.
disappointed about how we messed up on Mahomes. Everybody they talking about they was scouting the area, and did you know that Mahomes actually interviewed with the Bears? Did you know that?
Yeah.
He interviewed with the Bears.
Yeah, he sure
Who
did.
fell asleep on that damn program?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody must have sleeping and shit like, oh, when we woke up like, oh, did he come here? No, how we missed that
But
up?
it's not guaranteed his success like that. Andy Reid has a lot to do with his
Andy Reid.
success because of how he made his mind work. Our coaching staff wouldn't have made his mind work like that.
But-
Athletically, he would have been where
but
Justin
what I'm
Fields
saying
is,
is-
but mentally, I don't know if they would have had him there. Andy Reid is a monster. Andy Reid been there before.
I disagree with that, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because Andy Reid had a lot to do with it, but if you'd noticed that his skill set, he had played a certain amount of years in college. Unlike Trubisky, you talking about somebody who played 1 year and you trade up to get him at 3? That's
Yeah, I didn't
crazy.
understand the trade up though. I didn't know that they gonna be traded up.
No, we traded up to get him.
Yeah, I know. Nobody
But
knew.
the 3?
Yeah.
Come on now. And you mean Mahomes dropped to what?
Shit.
He was like, with 9 or 10?
Yeah.
Come talk to me. How the hell does that happen? You trade up to a 3 for somebody who played 1 year college ball, and you see this man who done played 3 or 4 years come up at 10. I don't know what scouts we were working with.
Bears.
Oh, I got Chicago taking Peter Skoronski out of Northwestern.
Oh no, brother.
Yeah.
No, brother.
I
You
got-
you against
I got-
us? What's up? What you talking about?
I got to take a Peter Skoronski out of North Carolina.
You took Peter too?
Yeah, he was a hometown. No,
No. I understand what you saying, family.
Oh shit! It's his pick. I can't over Travis' pick.
I'm just saying what your opinion. I'm just saying Travis
I
pick.
know,
I'm just
shit.
saying.
I mean, that's his pick. I can't overstrump the pick.
No, what I'm looking at.
I know what
I
I'm getting.
like Peter Stronsky. Like you said, he homeboy. But I love Paris Johnson out of Ohio State.
No, I get that.
Oh, bruh.
I get that.
I love Paris. Because like I said, the longer arms, the weight, and oh boy, he's a beast. He's beastly. Now, you saying Peter's good. They say he can play guard, he can play offset, but he got alligator arms, brother. We need somebody who can grab somebody. You know, alligator arms like this,
Yeah, I know.
they can easily go around him, bro. We
Yeah.
need somebody.
But he didn't give up any sacks in college.
That's the truth.
Yeah, but
Shit,
once
coming
again,
in,
that's
shit,
college.
I think
We going to a whole new different zoo.
I know.
We ain't talking about college. We going to a whole new different zoo. I like Paris out of Ohio State.
I
He's
think-
bigger,
I think-
longer arms.
I would say Paris has a higher upside.
Yes,
But I feel like with Justin Fields, we need something guaranteed.
he played with Justin.
No, I get that. I get
Come
that.
on now.
I know, I get
We
that.
talking about some familiarity.
No, I
We
get
saying
that.
somebody
You
who
right.
played together now.
You ain't
You know what I'm
wrong.
saying? You know how to work this shit out because we same on the same team.
You ain't wrong. I
That's
get
what I'm
that.
saying.
I
Peter
get
coming from Northwestern, you know, I like it, but the only thing that the down situation is the alligator arms. You know, my man here, you get around him, you know he can't get you because, you know.
Well, I hope that don't happen. With number 10, hit the who we got, man. Round
Yeah, number 10, man.
Eagles.
I got the Eagles taking Lucas Van Ness, defensive end from Iowa.
I like that. He had a good combine.
We're in a great combine.
Right.
11.
And he also a local too.
We
Yeah.
going Paris
Yeah, he's a
Johnson.
local, yeah.
We going Paris Johnson Jr., man.
Tennessee
Oh,
Titans.
Yeah, for the Tennessee Titans.
With the number 12 pick, the Houston Texans, I think it is still Nolan Smith, offensive linebacker out of Georgia. His bend is crazy, man. Really reminds me of a young, what's his name? Remember Derek Thomas?
Yeah.
Reminds me of a young Derek Thomas with the way that he can bend and his size. I love Nolan Smith. I think they're gonna steal. Well, Houston Texans. 13th pick, Hendo, the Jets. They got my quarterback, hopefully, soon.
I think the Jets go with offensive tackle / guard Broderick Jones out of Georgia. That's exactly what they need. They need somebody to help block over there for their
I
new
like
quarterback coming, man, because he gonna whip him into shape. He ain't gonna want to
Oh,
let him
my
get over no
quarterback.
sacks.
Okay, that's what you go with.
No,
You
he
like
got,
it?
no, he got the 14th pick.
I was going back. I said Jets. If I was them, I'd go wide receiver. I like that one out of Ohio, the one that got hurt last year. Because
Jackson Smith and Jigma.
Yeah, matter of fact, he had better stats than Olave, but he got injured. If I was the Jets and I'm gonna give my man some targets, I'll jump on him. That's just my choice.
He is nice.
I would pick him up.
Slot.
I was hoping the Bears could get him.
You put him in
Because, like I said, him and Justin, once again, for me.
I think that's too high because we got a good wide receiver. On paper, we have a decent wide receiving core. So I think a need on our offensive line is more important.
Right.
I wouldn't have an issue with getting him if our line was good.
Mm-hmm.
You keep saying we, so that's funny.
Right.
The Patriots, Devon Witherspoon, cornerback, Illinois, man.
I don't even think he'll last that long personally. He's a stud. The Green Bay Packers, team I freaking hate. Who do I have them taking? I actually would have them taking Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State.
That's crazy.
I think to shore up that secondary, Pops was a phenomenal player. Joey Porter Jr. I love his tenaciousness, especially the way he can get hands on a wide receiver. I think he's built for that NFC North division.
Yeah, because they need some pieces.
They need some pieces, yeah.
Yeah, because Lazard gone too, right? Lazard.
Lazard
gone.
Yeah. So I like Joey. And he also played at Penn State, so he's used to playing in that cold weather. So
Right.
I like Joey Porter Jr. with the Packers at 15. Hendo, 16th pick.
With the 16, Washington Commanders, man. I got them going Brian Branch, cornerback / safety out of Alabama. They need some help back there, man.
All right, LA Rams. I don't even sound right to say, but Jordan Addison, man, wide receiver out of USC. I feel like they might still go with the QBs. Dude hurt. Stafford. Is he gonna play?
Staff, yeah, because they got Mayfield with it, but he gone too, right?
Yeah.
So
He's gone.
somewhere down the line, they need to look at a wide receiver, but a quarterback too.
Who did you have?
Wide receiver.
So 17th pick? 18th pick.
Yeah. 18 pick, 19. Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, yeah, that's what I thought. Tampa Bay. I actually have them taking Dalton Kincaid, tight end out of Utah. That's why I got them taking, man. I think he's going to be a phenomenal player. I think they're going to need some more offense, and I know running that 2 tight end set, so I like them taking Dalton Kincaid.
Is he almost like a Gronsky or something? That type of prototype?
No, he more reminds me of a remember Chris Cooley? He used to play for the reminds me of a Chris Cooley type player. More of a pass catching tight end.
Right.
But he's a big kid, man. I think he's gonna be a stud. Who you got, Hendo? Number 20. Seattle Seahawks, I believe, right?
No, I got the Ravens. I got the Baltimore Ravens. On my list it is.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
Ravens, I got them picking up Zay Flowers, wide receiver out of Boston State.
Oh, that's tough.
They once they figure out their QB situation, they can use a nice little young talent like that. Dog, amazing.
That is tough.
I got the Chargers taking Bijan Robinson, running back in Texas. I don't even know if I'm saying that name right.
Bijan Robinson?
Yeah. What's his name? Playing on leaving, trying to get his ass outside of there.
What's that next pick for me, BS?
The Ravens.
Ravens. Oh shit, that's not working. The Ravens, I would have them taking Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame, the tight end. Hopefully, if he is still there to give Lamar some help, that would be a hell of a 2 tight end system, man. To have
So you think Lamar gonna be there?
I think so. I don't think he's gonna go nowhere. I think if no one else seems to want to pay that money, I think eventually he's gonna have to take a pay cut. He probably might even have to get an agent. So yeah, I think he'll be there.
Well, the franchise ain't that bad. Ask Kirk Cousins.
Oh,
That's true, right?
see, you talking about Kirk Cousins? You talking about somebody who still played with the leather helmets? Come on now.
Oh wow, he got paid like a motherfucker.
He did.
And
He
you know
that
that
system.
paying Kirk Cousins was like us paying Trubisky to stay. Kirk Cousins will never get you to the big dance, never ever. He'll get you in the playoff, but that's as far as you're gonna go. Then you're going home, as they say, you're going fishing, because he's gonna bring the bait. That's as far as he know he ain't going nowhere. He doesn't really have that real, like, how am I gonna say, killer instinct.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Who you got here though?
For the 25th, the Giants. I got the Giants going with. I think they need some help in their backfield. I think they go with Deontay Banks, cornerback out of Maryland.
I like that.
I think they
I like that.
they tighten up right there because to me that's kind of like one of the gray areas right now. They got a lot of question marks back there. So I think you go in there and you sum that up.
I like that.
You don't think they need no wide receivers?
Nah, I think wide receivers, to be honest with me, are a dime a dozen. You just gotta find what works with your quarterback. To be honest,
I think are gone already. I think Addison and Flowers.
Defense. I think defense is the biggest thing they need to sue up on right now.
26 pick, Cowboys. No,
I know you got to look at running back. Good.
I thought he was on 24. I think you might have skipped one though.
It should be interesting. What you think the
that was
Cowboys
my-
do?
that was my pick.
No, you good. No, good. Let's go to 26 Cowboys. Cowboys. How you say Luke Musgrave? Tight end out of Oregon State. Luke. I like that. They need some help.
You don't think they need help with the running back? Because, like I said, they're going to need a two. You know, because once you put Ezekiel gone, you know, you got old boy running, but you're going to need somebody going to run behind him. You know, tight end's cool, but somewhere down the line, you're going to need another running back.
I don't think they're gonna feel. I don't think they're gonna. If it's not Bijan and Bijan already gone, I don't know.
Come on now.
You wanna know what? I'll say this. With the 27th pick, I got the Buffalo Bills taking Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back out of Alabama.
Oh, that'd be ugly. That's real. What I'm saying is, because since my boy going Ezekiel, because you need two decent.
You got Pollard, then I think they got.
Pollock is cool, but I'm saying is, listen.
They got them. I want to say they might have them taking somebody in the second round. Outside of Gibbs and Bijan Robinson, there weren't any two other running backs that would have first round grades. And Gibbs was kind of iffy. I think he'll be great. He reminds me of a young Alvin Kamara.
Okay.
But I say if Dallas ain't necessarily sold on him like that, I think they're looking at it'll be a string of running backs in the second and third round. It's just because running backs are a dime a dozen. That's how NFL's teams look at it. It's just kind of like if they're not exceptional like Bijan Robinson or like a Saquon Barkley, they just not going to utilize that on a first round pick because they know they can get that guy with that second or third pick.
Okay.
But they know they can't get this stud tight end or they can't get this stud tackle in the second or third round. So, but no, I totally agree with you. Like you need these days, you need two stud running backs. So players get hurt. And then also it keeps defense off balance when you got two different styles back there.
Right.
Hendo, round it out, man.
Buffalo Bills.
No, I had Buffalo. I had 27. You had
shit, that's what I got marked on here.
Did you?
Yeah, it said 27 for me on my list. I had the Bills. On the list I had on, that's what.
Good, bro.
Yeah, so I ain't had a Cowboy. I had the Buffalo Bills.
Go
I
ahead.
got Philly next after that. But for the Bills, I think they dip down. They get Will McDonald. And they get another edge piece because they lost so much linebacker core and dogs killer off the edge.
That'll be tough.
I think that's the move they make because that's solid. You know, they lost both the inside linebackers and some they, you know what I'm saying? You jump in here, you put him on the other side, and I think they get a couple pieces back.
He'll be rookie of the year.
Yeah.
I love Will McDonald.
Yeah,
he will be a fucking.
And the fact that he could possibly dip down that low for him to grab, that's nuts. That's nuts.
He almost had like 40 sacks in college.
Yeah,
he's
he's
one
nice.
of the best players ever to come out of there. But you got B.I. 20 would be 28.
28, Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
I got them taking Michael Mayer, the tight end from Notre Dame.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, get him
I
something.
love that. Now he reminds me of Gronk. Michael Mayer reminds me of a young Gronk. The Saints, I actually have them taking. What do the Saints really need? You want to know what? I have them taking Mozzie Smith, senior defensive tackle out of Michigan. I watched him play a few games. Huge kid. I think the Saints can get some pressure up the middle. That defense is really good. I don't really see a great offensive player this low in the draft right now that they could take.
But I need a quarterback.
Not one. I don't think good enough that I would take this out. I don't think
yeah.
Will Levis is going to be that.
Right.
That's just my opinion. But I really like Mozzie Smith. Why not? The defense is already good. Make it better. Shore up that defense some more and get some help in the middle. Mozzie Smith. Endo.
Philly, I think Philly goes with Osiris Torrance, guard out of Florida. They need to tighten up that line a little bit. I think that line was a little shaky this year, and I think he's a good piece to add in there just in case some of them contracts are coming up soon,
Right.
which I think is about to be inevitable because I think after this year you got to start paying those guys. So why not get some in there in the making? So you got Headz and get him working with Headz early, put like
Fact, and Kelsey only going to be there maybe another year.
that, right?
Why not?
I can't believe you
Final
dropped that.
pick.
DeJuan Jones, tackle from Ohio State, to help protect the GOAT, man. Maybe the future GOAT. It's in our homeboy, Pat.
Patty Mahomes, man.
So,
Shout out Pat Mahomes' dad. That nigga smoking a black and mild right now. Working on a carburetor. Hey, P.I., can you please tell these people what time it is, man?
trade yourself.
Trade
man.
your motherfucking
Trade
self, man. If you don't know what trade yourself is, we normally try to take sports figures, and it's just a nice way of telling somebody, basically, you know what I'm saying, you need to change your motherfucking life. You need to trade your motherfucking self. The shit you talking about is not conducive to what you need to be talking about. You need to trade yourself. So, example, somebody who would need to trade themselves would be Brett Favre. Brett Favre, the welfare queen, he need to trade himself. That's an example. That ain't my pick for this week. But fuck it, yes it is. Brett Favre, trade yourself. I ain't letting that shit go. Ain't nobody else in the media talking about it. We talking about it over here at Overheads. Welfare queen, trade your motherfucking self. Aaron Rodgers better. That's my nigga. Relax. B.I., who need to trade themselves?
I'm gonna just go ahead and read this because I was just spitting out some thoughts. But yeah, it's just funny as I reread it again. The NCAA need to trade themselves.
Man.
They making way too much money not to cut them kids in.
Just like the NFL.
Yeah, gotta sell them.
Get ready for what you
But
inevitable.
this is different. I said free labor need to be redefined here because even if them kids in school, they actually become employees once a profit is made. You know what I'm saying? From their labor. So basically, the shit's a scrimmage. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Some real shit, man. Go ahead and cut them kids in, man.
Trade
Figure
them.
out a way, man. That NIL, whatever deal, that's bullshit. I seen some little girl making money, and she was like one of the top motherfuckers, like one of the top 4 motherfuckers making money off the NIL shit. And she played like volleyball and some other shit. Man, perverts just want to see this little ass girl in college in her little uniforms and shit. They think she's sexy. That's why she getting all this
And
money.
she know that.
Not
That's
that
why
she's
she keep taking
she
the
ain't even the
pictures.
best player on her team. They
No,
said
she
there's
just
2
look
other
good.
players, gymnastics. That's what it was. That was better than her and shit. I'm like, man, this is hilarious, man. Like,
But they got them
man,
cheeks though.
Bronny,
Yeah,
she's a
7.1.
kid. Bronny, you
Just
know what I'm
saying,
saying,
that's
making
what
money.
that's what they
The
look
one
at. That
kid
shit.
with the Ferrari deal, you know what I'm saying, little deal and shit. But like the average player that's on these teams ain't getting shit, so they still living the old way. So it don't matter if your homeboy got to deal with the dealership in town because he the man. You know what I'm saying? Your ass still eating noodles, and you can't get a job still. Like you can't even get a job. Man, motherfuckers just at least want to be able to get a job. Let me pay for my own shit or something, man. Like I can't even get a job.
That's
That's
fact.
a good
That
point.
shit crazy.
Who didn't trade themselves this weekend though?
Oh man, Jada Pinkett Smith, man.
Oh shit.
I'm sick of your shit, Shorty. How you gonna have the nerve to sit here and act like you mad at Chris Rock for saying what he said during his special after y'all done did what y'all did to him? And you gonna sit here and be mad and try to say he put our family business on the street. Shorty, you put your family business on the street every time you sit down at that little red ass table, what you thought she was getting glam at when you had that little red circle shit, and you sit here and interviewed your man and told him about an entanglement you had with another man instead of having this conversation in the privacy of your home instead of on networks so you can get viewers. You know why you do the things you do. Don't ever in your life try to sit here when you done put so much of your business out in the streets and get sit men here and tell this man what we already fucking knew about y'all. He just had the nerve to say it on a platform and shit after he done got smacked on your behalf or some shit you could have controlled and had stopped. So don't sit here and try to be like, oh, I'm baffled. Don't be trying to act shot. You should have tried to do what you could to reach out to Chris. Even though if I was Chris, I wouldn't try to hear shit from you neither. But you ain't put out no public. I told Will to say he was sorry. Nah, shut your ass up. You knew who the fuck you was. You know how y'all know Chris. You know about the situation y'all had going on. You could have said something, do nothing. But you denied the situation. Try to act like you had no part of it. I looked at Will. No, you shot Will a look. Will felt like he had to fight on your behalf. We all see that shit. Stop acting like you didn't have a part to play and stop playing that victim shit. Trade yourself on that tip.
Trade yourself. Who need to trade
Oh
themselves,
man, I'm gonna attack your boy. Trade yourself, Aaron Rodgers. And the reason I'm saying is, seems like the New York Jets is an area for Green Bay Packers to go retire. You know, he followed in Brett Favre. He left and he went to the Jets, and Aaron's leaving and he go to Jets. What is the Jets? An old folks home for the Green Bay Packers quarterbacks? Trade yourself, Aaron.
Florida.
That's Florida.
It's Florida for Packer quarterbacks.
Right.
I want to know what number he gonna wear. Honestly, is he gonna wear 12? He can't wear 12.
Gonna wear
that's
8.
famous.
You gonna wear 8?
Is that what he said?
I think that was his college number.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm like, well, he ain't gonna wear 4.
Right.
I think it was his college number is 8.
So, you know, the scary
High school is
disposition
the
about this situation, Green Bay thought they had the Jets. The Jets got Green Bay. Because Green Bay talking about a first round pick. Jets saying, look here, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give y'all ass 2 second round pick. Y'all going to eat this shit and go on about your motherfucking business. Enough said.
We're going to give you a box of jerseys.
That's what I'm saying.
Six Gatorade bottles, 3 packs of peanuts, and we're going to call this shit a deal. Sign on the bottom line.
And like you said, right.
Like it was
They're going
ragged.
to throw Brett Favre in
And
there.
an old head tumbler.
And an old ass tumbler. That's what you're going to get. It was a box of sweaters.
Oh man, another great show today, man. Appreciate Pops coming in, man, showing mad love to us. Gotta pay these bills. Saturday night, if you're downtown La Crosse, Wisconsin, please check out Press Break. They got the cheesy nachos, the cheesy beefs, all that good stuff. The Chicago dogs. Also, man, if you looking for some fresh clothes for next weekend, go check out my boy Focus. At a breath of fresh, he also got some exclusive kicks in there. He also does shoe restoration, and also the Closet also has exclusive shoes, man. Check them out on Facebook. I'm not sure if they're where else you can find them at, but go to the Closet, La Crosse, Wisconsin, man. Check them out. JV, man. He gonna get you right. And also, man, you got the cars getting hot out. Please go to King KO Car Wash, man. Go holler at Cuz. He got the specials up there. He got a great waiting area while you're sitting there waiting to get your car detailed. You're going to have your car looking good, man. We got the sun coming out. Weather's weather's breaking. So, man, we just appreciate y'all rocking with us. We just reached over 500 members on Facebook. We need all of you guys to go on YouTube and go subscribe. We're going to keep bringing y'all this great content, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. We got something special for y'all. Episode 50 coming up in a few weeks. And old heads episode 46. I'm going to let these brothers go ahead and lead us out of here tonight.
Boy, Bills, man. Old head.
Yes, sir.
Damn, word winning hitty, man. French loaf.
Yes, sir. Pops.
Oh, okay. I'm straight from the shy. I love them. That's what I'm saying. Bring a little Midwest.
Yes, sir. We out here. Old Heads, episode 46. Same time next week. Get in.
Yeah.
said, I had to attack your boy. He said, Aaron.
Hey.
Because you know what, man?